Time to talk about the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, at least according to one, Michael Lombardi. So, Michael, please do us the honor and let us know the number 5 quarterback.
Well, I think what Grace said is so true about the quarterback and how you have to evaluate quarterbacks and you have to evaluate the matchups, right? When I was in the National Football League, everybody would talk about the schedule. Oh, my God, the schedule, it's so hard. Look at their schedule. Schedules only matter. What quarterback are we playing next week? That's really the schedule. You know, Pittsburgh, if you're getting ready to play Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes isn't playing, is that going to be as challenging of a game? I don't think so. So to me, the quarterbacks certainly have the value that you have to look at. And number 5, when I look at my list, is Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy, for all the criticism he takes, the guy just delivers. He's a blue chip player in my book. He's going to get paid. He makes all the throws within the offense. And most importantly, I think when you see him play, Kyle Shanahan trusts him more than anyone. I have Lamar Jackson as the 4th-ranked quarterback. I think he'll be less with his foot running the ball and more throwing play action with Derrick Henry in the game. I think he's going to have a great season. Joe Burrow, to me, is the wild card. I put him 3 because I think if he plays like he's capable of with the Cincinnati offense, once Chase gets resolved, which I think it will happen tomorrow, once that gets resolved, then I think they'll be dynamic. And then Josh Allen, I don't know how he got rated as the most overrated quarterback in the league. The guy's got 15 touchdowns rushing. He's a playmaker. He's hard to tackle. He can make every throw on the field. To me, the rest of the team isn't as good as Josh Allen. I think that's the bigger issue. And, of course, number 1, this is the easy. My dog Bella could figure this one out. Patrick Mahomes is by far the best quarterback in the league. So, and he moves the number. And I think every week – when you're doing your handicap and you have to look at these quarterbacks as they relate to who they're playing. You got Joe Burrow against Jacoby Brissett, and that's a huge advantage in Survivor. I think you always go with who's the quarterback playing at home, who's better against a quarterback on the road, and whether that difference really matters. And I think in that game it does.
Hey, Lombardi. Yesterday on the GM Shuffle, we went over your red chip and blue chip quarterbacks as well. And by the way, for those who haven't listened, that is available wherever you listen to your pods and on the DraftKings YouTube page. But some people might look at this list and still roll their eyes when they see Brock Purdy in the top 5. But you made a really great analogy yesterday, so I was hoping you could share that here.
Well, it just blows my mind that, Brock Purdy gets no respect. Okay, look, Kurt Warner, he goes to Green Bay as an undrafted player out of Northern Iowa, and he won't even throw the ball. Ron Wolf told me we couldn't even get him to make a pass, so they cut him. And he goes to a supermarket in Des Moines, and then he becomes part of the Iowa Barnstormers in the AFL. And then Trent Green gets hurt in the Raider game right in front of my eyes. He tears his ACL, and this kid from Northern Iowa comes in, which we had no idea who he was, and he plays in that preseason. And he goes on to be unbelievable and have a Hall of Fame career. And everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. But he had Hakeem, he had Isaac Bruce, he had Torrey Holt, he had the great Marshall Faulk in the background. Nobody says he had too many weapons. Where's Brock Purdy? Oh, he's just a facilitator. He's got all these weapons around him. What did Kurt Warner have around him? Like, I don't understand why we're loving Kurt Warner and we're disrespecting Brock Purdy. It makes no sense at all. I don't know why the national media just doesn't admit that the guy is a great player. And as Bill Walsh would often say, it doesn't matter where we pick them. It matters how they play. And he's playing great, almost 10 yards per attempt. His eye level's down the field. When you want him to run the football, Detroit game, take off and run, put the game away when he did that. I mean, the kid is a great player. Look, I know he's not a 5-star. I know he went to Iowa State. I know all that stuff. But you have to evaluate what you see, and he's a top 5 quarterback. He makes their offense go. And the fact that Kyle Shanahan trusts him, Harrison, that's all you need to know. He didn't trust Garoppolo. He certainly didn't trust Trey Lance. He didn't trust Nick Mullins. He trusts Brock Purdy.
Thanks for watching, but don't let the betting insights end here. If you want an extra edge this football season, you can get a month of VSiN Pro right now absolutely free. That means access to our betting insights, analysis, and tools like our betting splits at zero cost to you. Click the link in the description to sign up.